Hey guys, it's me Hudson, and today I'll be describing the first 6 films of Star Wars in under 9 minutes. Now, I'm about to condense 13.4 hours of film into a YouTube video, so if you want the complete story, definitely watch the full 6 films. Well, I guess it's time to begin. A long time ago Hey, if we're gonna do this short, we're definitely gonna have to skip this part. Okay, here we go. 2 members of the Jedi Order, Obi-Wan Kenobi and his master Qui-Gon Jinn, go to rescue Queen Amidala from the impending invasion of the planet Naboo. After rescuing her, their ship is damaged and they have to stop on Tatooine for repairs. There, the Jedi discover a 9-year-old Anakin Skywalker, a young slave who is incredibly strong in the Force. Anakin wins a huge pod race, and with it gains his freedom and the parts needed to repair the rescue ship. They then go to the capital planet Coruscant in an attempt to get help for Naboo, but the Galactic Senate is slow to make any decisions and won't help them. The heroes then return to Naboo, where Anakin and the Queen face massive invasion forces, while the 2 Jedi duel with a deadly foe named Darth Maul. The Queen, with some help from the locals, defeats the droid army in the ground battle, as Anakin helps win the battle in space. This invasion is merely the first step in a scheme by the re-emerging Sith. Qui-Gon Jinn is defeated by Darth Maul, before Maul is defeated by Obi-Wan. With his final breath, Qui-Gon instructs Obi-Wan to train Anakin to become a Jedi. 10 years after the invasion of Naboo, Anakin is now being trained by Obi-Wan. Multiple assassination attempts are made on Senator Padme Amidala, the former Queen of Naboo. Anakin Skywalker is assigned to protect her. In the course of his mission, Anakin discovers his love for Padme, as well as his own darker side. During this time, Obi-Wan goes to Kamino and discovers a massive clone army that mysteriously appeared to have been ordered by the Galactic Republic. The galaxy is in turmoil and on the brink of a civil war. Obi-Wan then travels to Geonosis, where he learns that a renegade Jedi, Count Dooku, is leading thousands of solar systems who are threatening to break away from the Galactic Republic. Obi-Wan is captured, so Anakin and Padme attempt to come rescue him, but also are captured. Count Dooku tries to publicly execute them all, but a large group of Jedi, now with the support of a clone army, arrive to free the 3 prisoners. A large battle erupts between the Republic's clone forces and the Separatists' droid army. Count Dooku attempts to escape, but Obi-Wan and Anakin track him down to a hangar. After Dooku defeats both the Jedi, Grand Master Yoda arrives to save both their lives, but Dooku flees. The Clone Wars have officially begun, after which Anakin and Padme get secretly married. The Clone Wars have now been raging for some time. Chancellor Palpatine, the leader of the Republic, is captured by the Separatist commander General Grievous and Count Dooku. Obi-Wan and Anakin, now comrades, rescue the Chancellor and defeat Dooku, but Grievous escapes. On their return, Padme reveals to Anakin that she is pregnant. Over time, Palpatine and Anakin become better friends. Obi-Wan is sent to Utapau, where he engages and kills General Grievous. Meanwhile, back on Coruscant, Palpatine reveals himself to Anakin as the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, who has been controlling both the Republic and the Separatist movements. Anakin tells Mace Windu, and the Jedi attempt to arrest Darth Sidious, but are unsuccessful when Anakin actually helps the Sith Lord. Anakin is seduced by the dark side of the Force to become Palpatine's new apprentice, known as Darth Vader. Then, the sinister Sith unveils a 1,000-year-old plot to rule the galaxy. The Republic crumbles as the clone troopers turn on their Jedi generals. The Jedi are decimated and almost entirely wiped out. Nevertheless, Yoda and Obi-Wan attempt once and for all to defeat the Sith. Yoda fails at conquering Darth Sidious, but Obi-Wan defeats his former Padawan and friend Anakin on the lava planet Mustafar. Darth Sidious finds Anakin, burnt badly but not dead, and puts him into a full suit of black armor that will allow him to survive his injuries. Before his death, Anakin's wife gives birth to twins, Luke and Leia, in secrecy. The 2 children are separated to different foster parents. Obi-Wan lives next to Luke on Tatooine, and Yoda is forced into hiding on Dagobah. The new Empire rises and begins to develop a massive space station. 19 years after the formation of the Empire, Princess Leia, a member of the Rebel Alliance, stole the Death Star plans that reveal its fatal flaw. She places the plans inside a droid, R2-D2, before she is captured by Darth Vader. The droid escapes to the planet Tatooine, where they fall into the possession of Luke Skywalker. R2-D2 also has a message from Princess Leia, requesting for Obi-Wan to take the droids and the plans inside him to Alderaan. During a scuffle with some locals, Luke is saved by Obi-Wan. After Luke's foster parents die at the hands of the Empire, Luke decides to go with Obi-Wan to Alderaan. Obi-Wan begins Luke's Jedi training and gives him his father's lightsaber. On Tatooine, they pay a smuggler and his co-pilot, Han Solo and Chewbacca, to transport them and their droids to Alderaan. At the same time, to show their power, Darth Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin choose to destroy the planet Alderaan with their newly completed Death Star. They also plan to execute Princess Leia. When the band of heroes comes out of hyperspace, the planet is completely non-existent. The only thing around is the Death Star, which sends out a tractor beam pulling them in. On the space station, Luke and Han rescue Leia, while Obi-Wan turns off the tractor beam. During their final escape, Obi-Wan sacrifices himself in a lightsaber duel with Darth Vader. Now having the plans to the Death Star, the Rebel Alliance returns to destroy the space station. Most of the fighters are destroyed in this suicide run, but Luke proves that the Force is with him by destroying the Death Star. After the destruction of the Death Star, Imperial forces continue to pursue the rebels. The rebellion sets up base on the ice planet Hoth. The rebels are forced to evacuate due to an invasion from Darth Vader. Luke journeys to the planet Dagobah to train with Jedi Master Yoda. Han, Chewbacca, and Leia are pursued by Imperial troops and eventually caught at Cloud City of Bespin, a mining facility owned by Solo's friend Lando Calrissian. On Dagobah, Luke continues his training until he senses that his friends are in danger. Darth Vader lures young Skywalker into a trap in the City of Clouds. There, Han is frozen in carbonite and taken by the bounty hunter Boba Fett. At the same time, during a fierce lightsaber duel with the Sith Lord, Luke faces the startling revelation that the evil Vader is in fact his father. Luke loses his hand in this battle and barely escapes with Leia, Chewbacca, and Lando. Roughly a year later, Luke, Leia, Lando, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2 infiltrate Jabba's palace on Tatooine in an attempt to rescue Han Solo. Leia releases Han from his carbonite prison, but she is captured and enslaved. Luke arrives soon afterward, but after a tense standoff, he is captured. Jabba sentences them all to death. Just prior to their execution, Luke frees himself and battles Jabba's guards. At the same time, Leia strangles Jabba to death, and Luke destroys Jabba's sail barge as the group escapes. Luke returns to Dagobah, where he finds that Yoda is dying. Yoda and the ghost of Obi-Wan tell Luke that he must fight Vader to defeat the Empire and truly become a Jedi. The Rebel Alliance learns that the Empire has been constructing a new Death Star under the supervision of Emperor Palpatine himself. A strike team of Han, Luke, and Leia travels to Endor to destroy an energy shield that protects the new Death Star. But Luke surrenders and is taken to the Death Star. With the help from some locals, called Ewoks, the strike team is successful in bringing down the shield. On the Death Star, Luke defeats Darth Vader. Unsuccessful in turning Luke to the dark side, the Emperor begins to use Force lightning against him. Vader makes a monumentous choice, destroys the Emperor, and saves his son. Anakin is redeemed. After having some difficulty at first, Lando leads a group of rebel ships into the Death Star's core and destroys the main reactor. The Death Star explodes. Planets across the galaxy celebrate the rebels' victory. So, what happens next? I have no idea. The next film, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, takes place 30 years later. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that subscribe button for more Star Wars content. If you're about to go watch The Force Awakens, feel free to show this video to your friends and family to get them all caught up for the new film. That's it. May the Force be with you, and stay tuned for more Force Awakens videos. Bye, y'all.